very good example of playing. I apologise. I really should work some things out before playing on these videos, but I'm just all about showing you the guitars, really. I do plan to do some more performance-y type stuff in the near future. I'm working on equipment upgrades and things like that to make that possible. But most of the time I just want to show you these things. Now, I don't know if you'll recognize this guitar. I saw this in a flea market. And yes, I still comb flea markets and swap meets and boot sales and all that sort of thing to find instruments. I don't just buy them all from distributors and makers and wholesalers and things like that. I spend hours a week looking for this stuff and sourcing it and researching it. Takes up a lot of my time, to be honest with you. It's not just all about connections from working in the industry. Sometimes I just go combing through stacks and finding things. Anyway, I saw this thing just sitting there and it was all beat up, and I walked by it once and I came back for it. And I wonder if some of the viewers on here might have some feedback on this. As you may know, I work for one of the top manufacturers of electric guitars for a while, but it was way back in around 2000, 2001. And since then, you know, I work mostly on acoustics and classical guitars and ukuleles and acoustic stuff, but I keep my hand in on electric guitars. Oh, by the way, thank you for the wonderful responses to the Harley Benton sneak peek video. I will follow up and do some videos on all three of those guitars. But before that, I just wanted to show you this thing. I'm trying to get you to see the flame maple purple finish on this. Best thing about this guitar, as always when I'm holding a guitar with a maple neck, is the fretboard, the neck. I think it's really good, which is why I plunked down the $75, $80 for this thing. It was dinged up, you won't see it, but here and all around the edges here and on the back corner here. And what I did is this is low tech, but it works. I found a purple Sharpie that matched the color. I filled in the bare wood and I'm just doing lacquer fills, trying to bring it as level as possible. Then I'll sand it off. It won't look perfect, but your eye won't be drawn to those spots anymore. Even my wife says this thing looks 100% better than when I picked it up at the swap meet. She was with me at the time and said, "Why you want that old thing?" But it shined up really well. I've shined it up. It plays great. It's got the zebra pickups, the humbuckers there, just the one switch. And I really don't know anything about these, so anybody can give me some feedback, that would be great. I know it's Ernie Ball, it says Ernie Ball on the back, and I know these OLP guitars were not their highest, you know, not like the Stingray and all the stuff that Van Halen did with Ernie Ball. I know these are an earlier, probably budget line, but I am seeing these OLP, especially the flame ones with the maple boards. I am seeing these going for around $250, $300 on eBay, used. So you know, I'll mess with it for a bit and then potentially move it on. But it's fun to play. It plays really, really well. As I said, it's just got the one single control, which is, you know, sort of very, very popular. You know, just the three-way switch, and then the one volume knob. No tone knobs on this thing. It does have you know, Fender-looking tremolo, but it's not a dive bomb tremolo. It's not a Floyd Rose or a Kahler or anything like that. It's just a stock trem, and it's just really, it's really just for very basic tremolo playing, Hank Marvin type stuff. If you know who he is, the Brits among you will. This headstock is weird to me. It's a very small, very crowded head. Look at the back. I know a number of guitars that sort of do this, sort of very small headstock. It makes the guitar look small, but it is actually standard length. But you know, it's actually really fun to play and it sounds good, this guitar. And the electronics are working really well, so I'm actually glad that I did pick this up and did a bit of work to it. The fret ends are fine. I didn't have to do any stuff to the fret ends. The action was actually pretty decent, just tweaked it a little bit. The only work I really had to do on this was what I told you about, which was trying to touch up this finish. And you know, any luthier will tell you, any honest one will tell you, that touch-up work is the hardest. It's really the hardest. And you know, a lot of times it's best to leave it alone. Just have a guitar that's scarred or has age marks. But this had some bare wood marks, and I thought it was worth matching the purple. I don't know if you can see here, matching the purple and doing some lacquer fill just to make it look from a distance like it's, you know, a guitar in good shape. And also, you know, putting some lacquer on that bare wood helps to protect it. So I thought it was worth doing that much, and I just happened to have the right Sharpie color that did that. I also did it on the back corner here. It still needs a little bit more lacquer in there, so I'll probably fill that a couple more times. But you know, anybody got any feedback on these Ernie Ball early models, the OLP models? Have you played one? Have you sold one? Have you bought one? What do you think of them? I've seen a couple of guys on eBay soup these up, mud these up. They don't have the standard Zebra pickups in that they come with. They've put in their own brand of pickups. I've seen a couple that have had the kill switch added somewhere in here, and I've seen a couple with upgraded tremolos as well. So that tells me they're moddable, these guitars. The body's really nice, the neck's excellent. Headstock's not my favorite, but you know, it's definitely functional and different. So just thoughts on that. Ernie Ball OLP, I think it's an MM1 Trans Purple. Is the official model. It's got the you know, the rotating truss rod adjustment wheel. So it's not that old. But anyway, just thought I'd show that and get some feedback. Ernie Ball. Decent little machine. I think I might play around with it for a while and see how it plays. Compare it to those Harley Bentons maybe. Be a good comparison coming up. Alright, see you next time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And thanks for supporting this very humble channel. I really do appreciate it. See you next time.